Have you thought about living in the coldest city on Earth? Welcome to Yakutsk. It is a Russian port city on the Lena River in East Siberia. Many people call it the coldest place where people live on Earth. This city, deep in the Russian wilderness, has nearly 300,000 people. They live with some of the harshest weather known to man. In winter, it's normal for temperatures to drop to a very cold -50 degrees Celsius. The people of Yakutsk have even lived in temperatures as low as -70 degrees. This is a record-breaking low that is hard for many of us to even think about. The air can freeze your eyelashes, and boiling water thrown into the sky turns into icy crystals before it even hits the ground. This extreme cold isn't just unusual, it makes everyday life hard. Imagine having to wear many layers of clothes just to go outside, or having trouble with cars that won't start because the engines freeze. The ground is always frozen, something called permafrost, which makes building anything very hard. Yet life in Yakutsk continues. Schools only close when temperatures drop below -52 degrees. The local market, full of fish and meats, stays open. The sellers use the cold as a natural freezer that keeps their goods fresh. But how do they do it? How do the people of this ice-covered place live and even thrive? They do it by being adaptable. Over generations, the people of Yakutsk have learned to live with the cold, not fight it. They've come up with special ways of keeping warm, getting around, and even farming that let them live comfortably in this frozen wilderness. Living in such extreme cold is not easy, but the people of Yakutsk have found ways to adapt and do well. It shows how tough humans are and the amazing ability we have to adapt to even the most difficult places. Stay tuned as we explore more about the life and culture of this amazing city in the middle of Siberia. So, how do the people of Yakutsk adapt to this icy place? Imagine living in a place where the temperature can drop to 70 degrees below zero. A place where the ground beneath your feet is always frozen. That's everyday life for the people of Yakutsk, a city in the middle of Siberia, known as the coldest place where people live on Earth. Life here is not just about surviving, it's about doing well. The people of Yakutsk have developed a unique way of life that shows their toughness and cleverness. They've made a life out of the very ice and snow that covers their world. One of the most interesting things about how they've adapted is their clothing. Traditional Yakutsk clothes are made from reindeer fur, which is very good at keeping out the extreme cold. These clothes, often beautifully decorated, are not just practical, but also show the Yakutsk people's artistic skill and craftsmanship. Food is also a very important part of life in Yakutsk. The locals have developed special ways of preserving food, like freeze-drying, that let them store and eat food throughout the harsh winter. They also have a rich food tradition with dishes like stroganina, a type of frozen raw fish, being a popular treat. The buildings in Yakutsk also show how adaptable its people are. Most houses in Yakutsk are built on stilts to stop them from melting the permafrost. This special design not only helps keep the permafrost, but also gives a stable base for their homes, despite the ground always freezing and thawing. But it's not just about physical changes. The people of Yakutsk have a strong sense of community, often getting together for cultural events and festivals. These social gatherings provide much-needed warmth in the face of the brutal cold. Through cleverness and toughness, the people of Yakutsk have turned a harsh place into a lively and unique culture. It shows how adaptable humans are, a story of doing well against the odds, and a reminder that even in the coldest corners of the world, the human spirit can find a way to do well. But life in Yakutsk isn't just about survival. There's more to it than you might think. Indeed, this cold corner of the world is full of a lively culture that is as interesting as the icy landscapes that surround it. The people of Yakutsk, tough and warm-hearted, have created a rich mix of traditions that are as unique as the freezing temperatures they live in. Music, for example, plays a big role in their lives. The haunting sound of the komus, a traditional jaw harp, rings out through the crisp, cold air, telling stories of their ancestors and their peaceful life with the harsh Siberian wilderness. The rhythmic stomping of boots in the Osuokai, a group circle dance, shows their unity and strength, a symbol of their unbreakable spirit. But it's not just the music and dance that define them. Their yearly festivals, a celebration of the cold, are amazing to see. The Yak festival, held during the summer solstice, is a time of joy and fun. It's a time when the whole city comes alive with feasts, horse races, and traditional games, all under the never-setting summer sun. The Ice Sculpture Festival, on the other hand, turns the city into a beautiful winter wonderland, with artists carving detailed designs into blocks of ice, creating ghostly structures that shine in the faint winter light. For those of you who like adventure, Yakutsk offers activities that are as exciting as they are unique. Imagine ice fishing on the frozen Lena River or dog sledding across the wide, snow-covered plains with nothing but the sound of the wind and the rhythmic padding of paws against snow. Yes, Yakutsk is a place of extremes, a place where the air can freeze your breath, yet the people and their culture can warm your heart. It's a place where survival is a way of life, yet there is so much more to living than just surviving. Despite the cold, or maybe because of it, Yakutsk is a city full of warmth and liveliness, offering a unique experience for those brave enough to venture into the cold. Yakutsk, a city that shows the human spirit's ability to adapt and do well. This is a place where the temperature often drops to 70 degrees below zero, a temperature so cold that breath turns to ice before it can even form a cloud. Yet, despite these hard conditions, life not only goes on, but does well. The people of Yakutsk have created a lively mix of culture and community in the heart of this frozen frontier. They've learned to use the harshness of their environment, changing it into a source of strength and toughness. Here, ice is not just a challenge to overcome, but a canvas for creativity. From ice sculptures to ice roads, every frosty part of life is a chance for innovation. So next time you complain about the cold, remember the people of Yakutsk. They've turned the world's coldest city into a home, a community, and a place of endless adventure. Thank you for watching the video.